All right, let's just jump right in. We all know AI tools, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. They've become a huge part of our work lives. I mean, we use them for everything, right? Summarizing long reports, drafting emails, even helping us write code. They're amazing for productivity. But, and this is a big but, with all that power comes a risk, a really big one that most of us never even see.
So I want you to really think about this for a second. You copy a chunk of text. Maybe it's a sensitive client email or an internal financial doc. You paste it in, hit enter, and poof, it's gone, off into the cloud. But where does it actually go? Who sees it? That simple little copy-paste is what we're going to break down today.
Look, we've all been there. We're just trying to get our work done faster to be more efficient. So we grab an internal doc, like this little piece of an HR review, and we drop it into an AI to get a quick summary. It feels totally harmless. But here's the kicker. The moment you do that, you've just shipped confidential company data to a third-party server. And from there, who knows? It could be stored, reviewed by their employees, or even used to train their next AI model. This brings us to a huge, fundamental shift in how we have to think about cybersecurity. You know those digital castle walls we've spent decades building around our companies? Well, it turns out there's a new back door, a massive one, and it's hiding in plain sight. It's that innocent-looking AI chat box.
This quote just absolutely nails it. For years, security was all about protecting the perimeter, that line between your company's safe internal network and the wild west of the public internet. But now, that entire model is kind of broken. A simple copy-paste bypasses all of it. The new perimeter isn't your firewall anymore, it's the text box.
And believe me, this isn't some small niche issue. This is huge. Get this. Gartner says a staggering 73% of knowledge workers, that's almost 3 out of every 4, are using these generative AI tools every single week. This isn't just a couple of people messing around. It's a fundamental change in how we all work, and it's created this giant invisible security hole.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, wait a minute, don't we pay for expensive security tools to stop this kind of thing? And the answer is, well, yeah, we do. But they are completely and totally blind to this problem. They were just built for a different time.
And the stakes here are crazy high. We're not talking about leaking the lunch menu. We're talking about employees accidentally sending out the crown jewels of the company. Think about it. Sensitive legal contracts, private HR files, the actual source code for your applications, sometimes with the secret API keys still baked right in. Customer support tickets, even internal security reports. It's all going out the door.
So here's the technical reason why. The old tools, often called DLP for data loss prevention, they work by watching the traffic that leaves your network. But all the data you send to an AI is encrypted with HTTPS. To this security tool, it just looks like you're browsing a regular, safe website. It can't see what's inside that encrypted traffic. It has literally no clue if you're sending a brownie recipe or the secret formula for your company's product.
All right, so the obvious solution is just ban it, right? Hey everyone, no more AI. Well, it turns out that doesn't work either. In fact, it often makes things worse. In companies that try to ban AI, over 60% of employees just use it anyway, on the sly. And now you've got this thing experts call compliance theater. You have a rule, but it's just for show, and now you have zero visibility into what's really happening.
Okay, so if the old tools are blind and just banning it is a bad idea, are we stuck? Well, no. There's a new way of thinking about this, a modern solution designed for this modern problem. It's called Zero Trust Data Sanitization. The idea is actually pretty brilliant. It's a security layer that runs right there on your own computer inside your browser. It acts like a super smart filter. It finds all the sensitive stuff in your text, names, emails, ID numbers, you name it, and it swaps it out with generic, safe placeholders. And the key word here is before. This all happens before the data ever leaves your machine. This guarantees the AI provider never, ever sees your real data.
And the process is beautiful in its simplicity. Just 4 steps. 1, you type or paste your sensitive text. 2, the tool instantly tokenizes it, swaps out the private stuff right there on your computer. 3, you send that safe, scrubbed text to the AI. And 4, when the AI sends its response back, the tool swaps the original info back in. It's like a magic trick where the secret, your data, never leaves your site.
I know, that might sound a little abstract, so let's make it real. Let's walk through a quick example so you can see exactly how this works.
Okay, check this out. This sentence is just packed with what we call PII, or personally identifiable information. You've got it all: a name, a social security number, a company name, an email address. This is classic stuff you absolutely cannot just be pasting into a public AI. And voila! This is what it looks like after being sanitized. See that? All the private data is gone, replaced by these clean, anonymous tokens. Now, the AI can still understand the sentence. It knows a person with an ID from a company sent an email, but it has zero access to the real-world data. This text is now perfectly safe to send.
So you're probably asking, how does it put the real info back? It's a clever little thing called a session map. Think of it like a temporary cheat sheet that only exists inside your web browser for a few moments. It just remembers that name 1 means John Smith. But, and this is the most critical part, the second you close that browser tab, that cheat sheet is digitally shredded. It's gone forever. Nothing is ever stored.
Okay, let's be real. In the world of security software, everybody claims their stuff is safe. Everyone says there's zero trust. So how can you, the user, actually prove it? How can you be 100% certain that your data is staying local?
Well, the answer is way simpler than you'd think, and you don't need to be a tech wizard to do it. It's called the airplane mode test.
Seriously, anyone can do this. You load the tool's website. Then you just completely disconnect from the internet. Turn on airplane mode. Now try to use the tool. Paste in your sensitive text. If it still works perfectly, scrubbing and processing your data even with no internet, well, there's your proof. It's undeniable. It shows that 100% of the important work is happening right there on your machine and nowhere else.
So you see, this whole client-side approach, it's more than just a cool feature. It really represents a fundamental shift. It's how we can finally use these incredibly powerful AI systems while keeping absolute control over our most sensitive data. When you really break it down, you have 3 levels of control. At the bottom, there's standard server-side AI, where you basically have no control. You just cross your fingers and hope for the best. In the middle, you have those provider opt-out settings, which is better, but you're still just trusting them to keep their promise. But at the very top, you have client-side sanitization. That's where you are in full, verifiable control. You don't have to trust anyone.
And that's really what this all boils down to. A simple, powerful, and provable statement. Your text never leaves this computer. That's it. That's the new gold standard for trust in the age of AI.
So, as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with this question. AI is weaving itself into every single thing we do. And the tools we choose to use right now, those choices are going to define what privacy means for years to come. Owning your data isn't just about where it's stored. It's about having the final say on where it goes and who sees it. And the good news, as we've seen today, is that it's finally possible to get the best of both worlds. All the power of AI with the absolute guarantee of privacy.